Hi, this is Magic from DCX, and I would like to show you the 240 kilowatt immersion optimized dry cooler. That's actually the kind of mid-range solution. That's one of our compact dry coolers, because we do have also a large scale 1.2 megawatt or 2 megawatt unit, but that's the compact one from the scale out systems. 240 kilowatt dry cooler, mechanically, these are the two 120 kilowatts fin packs connected all together on the one frame and controlled by the same Danfoss MCX controller. The system dimensions are 225 centimeters wide or long. It's in that perspective, it's 160 centimeters wide, and the height is 190. So over 6 foot tall. It seems bigger because it's on the wooden frame, so it's a little bit bigger than usually it would look. And the unit is pretty heavy. The shipment weight is 800 kilograms, but actually the weight of the system is 625 kilograms, and it will take approximately 140 liters of water or water glycol mixture. Again, these immersion optimized dry coolers which we have, they are using water or water glycol mixture. For the most of the time of the year, it's just demineralized water with some additives which we provide. And with the winter time or with the colder season, when you expect that it will go below the 0 degrees, then yes, you will need to use up to 50% glycol just to protect your system if you'll ever shut down your operation. The system is designed as a V-type system, pretty compact, pretty efficient. V-type, V-frame is the best way you can build the dry cooler, very effective and pretty compact for such operation. It has 481 square meters of the heat exchange area, so that's why it delivers that 240 kilowatt of the heat rejection. So sizing by our racks or enclosures, it will provide the cooling for 6 enclosures, 6 immersion enclosures, or 2 racks, 2 free-level racks. And it can be even more, because if we are talking about the enclosures, we think about the 40 kilowatt enclosure. So overclocked minus S19s being completely overclocked to 5 kilowatts, giving you 140, 150 terahash of the performance, and that's what that dry cooler can deliver. If you'll be running on the lower capacity, so 32 kilowatts, 26 kilowatts, so nominal capacity of S19s fitted into our enclosure, it will provide the cooling for bigger amount of racks, because it works with the pumping system. The pumping system is not installed inside of that unit, it's outside, and you can create different rack configurations, different rack stacks. So it works with the 40 degrees hot fluid. 40 degrees means 104 Fahrenheit going outside of that dry cooler to the immersion enclosure. This is all we need to cool the systems. We don't need cold water for cooling the minus. So 40 degrees Celsius or 104 Fahrenheit is enough to reject the heat from your minus. And from those minus, the heat will be approximately 60 degrees Celsius. The temperature of the fluid going from the enclosure, 60 degrees Celsius, so 140 Fahrenheit, going back to that dry cooler. And under the 35 degrees Celsius ambient air temperature, so 95 Fahrenheit, it will reject the heat. So it will work just fine for the hot summer days in most of the areas, even in the hot Texas climate. So this is the basics of that system, and it's sized also for 40 up to 50% humidity. Under those conditions, it will reject that heat. In terms of the connections and in terms of the power and the fans and active components, as you can see, it will for the connection between the enclosure and that unit, we are keeping 2-inch fittings. We have pretty small pressure drop. We decided to keep those 2-inch fittings because for the sake of conveniency and because we are using 2-inch fittings or on our manifold, the infrastructure is pretty compact then. So in terms of the electrical part of the system, we are using temperature sensors, which we attach on the manifolds. The manifolds have also, here I have actual manifolds which connect those two fittings all together. So we have one connection on inlet, one connection on the bottom on outlet. Smaller manifold, it's at the bottom. So copper parts, and you can easily attach them or disconnect them. So that's included. You will not have to invest in lots of the hydraulic components when you connect that. We tend to deliver whole set, everything what you need to to run your system. Now going to the electrical components, we have the controller panel, controller box, and it's equipped with the adaptive fan controller. Every immersion optimized dry cooler from DCX have adaptive fan control, and we rely on our trusted Danfoss MCX 06D controller. And we'll cover that, what's inside in a moment, but let's discuss which fans we use. The system was sized to be, almost silent as much as we can. Thinking about 240 kilowatt of the heat rejection, we are using pretty slow fans. So as opposite to other systems, when using smaller 500 millimeters, half a meter fans, these are not small. It's pretty sophisticated industrial solution, but these are even bigger. These are 800 millimeters fans. So big one, big funnels, as you can see, pretty high. So that's helps us with the better heat rejection and always better flow. And also those fans are less noisy because they are using 900 RPM, so not 1,300, 1,600. These are pretty slow compared to the other fans which we use, and they are also again adaptively controlled, so they slow down if they will not require we will not require the full capacity of that system. And the fans, 280 millimeters fans, will use 1 kilowatt of power each, so 2 kilowatts for whole system, and that's the kind of good deal, I would say, for 240 kilowatt of the heat rejection from your immersion system. Just 2 kilowatts at maximum. So I think that's a great deal. Now the fans, if we are talking about the noise, that will generate approximately 75 decibels at maximum. So again, compared to the 80ish, kind of 85 or 90 noise of the dry coolers, of the minus, and being multiple of them, because if we are talking about the 2 racks, fully populated, that means 48 minus. So you can imagine which noise those minus generate. Well, that's just 75 decibels. So again, pretty good deal. That will be something which we will recommend, especially if you're located in the commercial area, not especially industrial area, but commercial area, semi-commercial, residential area. That's fine, because the bigger heat exchange area, the less noise you have to generate in terms of the for the heat rejection, right? So, well, this is something what we will really recommend for the scaled operation. If you're thinking ahead about growing your farm, and you have the 240 kilowatts of the power locally available, then well, that's just a good deal. That's the best you can get, and then you are covered for the your expansion for the next years. Now, in power-wise, we are using 3-phase connection. So 3-phase connection, 400 volts. It can be 460, but normally it will be 400 volts. 3-phase connection, 50 and 60 hertz. So it works just fine. Americas and Australia, EU or Asia. So kind of international standard. Now let's open the whole box. I just unscrewed that already. There you go. And that's the back office of our system. So we have few components here. We have the main switch with the handle. We have the connectors here. We have the motor protection, and we have the Danfoss MCX controller. All wired. All you need to do is connect three-phase connection here as shown. You have three phases connected here, then just the ground neutral. So those two connections connected to that power line, to the connection line, and we would use standard 5-pin connector for the three-phase unit. And well, that's all you need to do. And just maybe the one other thing is that you will need to attach the sensor to the outlet manifold. So you are just attaching the sensor here to the fitting to that manifold which I just shown, and that's all you need to to start, and then just filling the system with that 140 liters of water, actually less, but well, if you connect with the tube long enough, then you may require that amount. And here also, in terms of the mechanics, there are two air vents on both sides which allow you to vent the system properly. Very good deal, great product. Motors properly protected, connectors, also alarm option for the fans, so they are fulfilling all the requirements of the EU market. For example, main breakers, main switch. So yeah, simple as that. Already pre-configured. You don't need to configure anything, but we will provide you with the Danfoss manual, so you're able to configure that properly. So this is the most powerful from the compact immersion optimized dry coolers which we have, 240 kilowatt version, the pretty powerful 240 kilowatts, but less noisy from other dry coolers because of the powerful, big but slow fans. So this is something which we really recommend, and it's we can also ship to you. We are stocking those units, we are ordering, and shipping usually 3 per month. So this is something what I would suggest for the operators which think ahead and would like to be ready for the growth, or you are located in the climate when you can fully use capacity of that system. Now, if you have any question about that unit, just head up to www.cryptocooling.eu, use green get the code button, get your price, and get that shipped your ways. Or if you will be having any technical questions, just head up to the bottom of that website and you see the link for the direct support for WhatsApp or in Telegram. We are supporting customers directly during the installation and operation, and we are also answering different technical questions you may have. So guys, I hope that this was informative, and if you have any questions, just contact us. Please also see other videos which we have on our channel, and we'll show you how the immersion system works.